All right, here we go. We are live. It's 9:30. Doing a week 10 of the Saturday night spread 'em. Whew, we had a rough week last week. I think we were 3-10 or 4-9. Not good. We did hit the Hescalade get paid pick of the week on the Eagles, but we're down this year. We're down. That's all we're gonna say. All right, so here we go. We're gonna turn it around right now with these picks. Otherwise, I'm renaming this next year to pick the opposite. All right. So the first game we got here is the Colts, who are 4-5, at New England, who's 2-7. New England's +2. 4.5 is the over under. This game is actually in Germany, so it's a neutral site. I'm gonna take the Colts because the Patriots just look awful. I mean, I don't think they have anybody to throw to. They don't have anybody to block. They're not playing defense that well. There's nothing they're doing good. The Colts aren't even that great, but against New England, they're better. Wow, I'm gonna have to go kill my son after this. 1 o'clock games. We got the 4-4 Texans heading to Cincinnati to play the red hot 5-3 Bengals. Bengals are favored by 6.5. 46.5 is the over under. T. Higgins is not playing. Jamar Chase questionable. Texans have a couple of people out as well, but I don't know if anybody's a bigger deal than T. Higgins. Also, Sam Hubbard is out. So I think the Texans hang around enough to cover 6.5. I'm thinking like 28, 24, 23, something like that. We're going to take the Texans in a surprise move. The 5-4 Saints head to Minnesota to play the 5-4 Vikings. Vikings are home dogs +3. 40.5 is the over under. I feel like I keep trying to write the Saints off and then they win. The Vikings are on their third quarterback, though. Josh Dobbs all of a sudden is like the guy you get if you need a quarterback because he just comes in, learns everything, and wins, which is weird because I don't remember him ever being that good. He's been like a third stringer his whole career. So Justin Jefferson's still not playing. We're going to take the home dogs. We're going to go with the Vikings here. We'll take the points. I had a couple games end like that last week where I took the dogs, or even the favorites to cover like 2.5 or 3, and the final was by 2. So last week was just rough. Let's stop talking about that. The 3-5 Packers head to the 5-3 Steelers. 35.5 is the over under. The Steelers are favored by 3.5. This is the two worst offenses to watch, I feel like. Pickens has been complaining about getting the ball. Yeah, I don't even know what to do here. I think 3.5 is where it should be. I'm going to say the Steelers win it by 3.5 just because they're at home and their defense is legit. They got Cam Hayward back, so there you go. The 5-3 Niners head to Jacksonville to play the division-leading 6-2 Jags. Jags are home dogs +3. The Niners lost 3 in a row, coming off a bye week. 44.5 is the over/under. I'm going to take the Jags on this one. We're going to take the home dogs. The 3-5 Titans head to the 3-5 Buccaneers. 39.5 is the over/under. 1 is the spread. The Bucs got to cover 1, so it's essentially a pick 'em. We're going to take the Bucs. Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield. 3-5 Browns in that defense head to the Ravens to play the 7-2 Baltimore Ravens. Sorry, they head to Baltimore. Ravens are favored by 6.5. They also have an awesome defense. 38.5 is the over/under. I think this is going to be a slugfest. So 6.5 seems a bit much. And the Browns already played them once and got rocked. So I think Cleveland's coming in ready to do work. I don't know if they'll win, but I think they're closer than 6.5. This could be like 13-10. Justin Tucker game, 16-10. 3 field goals, 1 from like 55. 4-5 Falcons. This is at 4 o'clock. Head to the 1-8 Cardinals. Cardinals are going to play Kyler Murray for the first time in a year. They are home dogs, 2.5. 43.5 is the over/under. I don't know what to think of the Falcons. They've got all these good young weapons, and they still can't win. Heineke's starting again. The Cardinals, who obviously are bad. Um, I think we're going to take the Falcons. I think they have to beat the Cardinals. I just think that's got to happen. Let's see here. All right, the 6-2 Lions head to the 4-4 Chargers playing in LA. Chargers are home dogs +3. 48.5 is the over under. I was reading something where some guy's prediction is that the Chargers will win the division and Justin Herbert will be in the MVP race. I think it's wild. I think the Lions are a better team, though heading out west is a little difficult. The Chargers do have an offense to hang with them. And I feel like this is a big game for the Lions. Like they're going to win the North for sure because the North is horrible. But this is one of those games where they can lose and still win the division, no problem, I think. But I think if they're going to be a good team, they need to win it. So I'm going to take the Lions heading out there in that nice weather. Yeah, I'm going to take the Lions. All right, 425. The 2-7 Giants starting a third-string quarterback, undrafted rookie, head to Dallas to play the 5-3 Cowboys. Cowboys are favored by 17 and 39.5 the over-under. So that tells you they don't expect a ton of points. They definitely don't expect a ton of points from the Giants. I'm taking the Cowboys all day on this one because they beat them by 40 the first time. And they apparently, after a loss, are like 11-1 since last season. So they like to win after losing. The 4-5 Commanders head to Seattle to play the 5-3 Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by 6, 44.5 the over/under. I'm trying to figure out this one. I think the Commanders' offense has been playing pretty well. I think this is a game where the Seahawks take it, though. I think they're at home. They D up a little bit, maybe put up some points on that weak defense. 4-4 Jets head to the 4-5 Raiders. Raiders are favored by a point, 36.5 the over-under. This is going to be a defensive game. This is going to be a game the Raiders actually win. I think Zach Wilson showed some hope at one point, but they just can't do anything. I don't think they hang around long enough, excuse me, to see if Aaron Rodgers can really come back from that Achilles. I think he needs to work to get back by the end of the year, so he's definitely ready for next year. But he ain't going to need to play this year. Raiders, 1 point. And finally, Monday night, the 3-5 Broncos head to the 5-4 Bills. Bills favored by 7, 46.5 the over/under. I'm taking the Bills in the Heskley Get Paid pick of the week. We're taking 50 on Monday night because I do think the Broncos are playing better. And I think their defense is playing better. And here's the Bills situation. They are one of Marvin Harrison is awesome. They're one of the best teams in the league, but they can't beat the best teams in the league. That's why they got worked by the Bengals. I think they're like the bully. You know, they pick on the little guys and they beat them up. But then somebody their own size comes in or somebody bigger, and they can't handle it. They get beat, and that's how it's going to go. They'll make the playoffs probably, and they'll lose to any team who can stand up to them. Probably any team they play in the playoffs because that team will be at least equal, if not better. And the Bills have shown that they can't handle that. They can beat up on the crappy teams. That's why they love their division. And they did whip the Dolphins. But, yeah, no, that's who the Bills are. But either way, they're going to cover 7 on the Broncos because the Broncos are this guy and the Bills are this guy. And that's it. So we're going to go over it real quick. Colts in Germany cover 2 against the Pats. Texans getting 6.5 in Cincinnati. Surprise pick. Vikings are home dogs +3. We're taking them over the Saints. Steelers cover 3.5 on the Packers because they can't do anything. Jags +3 at home. We're taking that. I think they'll win. Bucks covering 1 against the Titans at home. Browns head up to Baltimore getting 6.5. We'll take that all day with that defense. Falcons roll into Arizona covering 2.5 against the Cardinals because they're weak. Lions head out west and cover 3 on the Chargers because Justin Herbert ain't got enough, and the Chargers are the Chargers. They'll probably go for it on 4th down where they should. Cowboys smoke the Giants, cover 17, probably like 31-7 or something. We'll give the Giants a gift touchdown somewhere. Punt return. Seahawks 6 on the Commanders there at home. Raiders cover 1 on the Jets, who have Zach Wilson. And then again, the Bills are the Hescalade get paid pick of the week, covering 7 on Monday night against the Broncos, who are way inferior. So therefore, the Bills can flex on them and, look good. But again, stick a good team in Buffalo and they get their ass kicked. Those are the picks. Let's go. Turn it around. Everybody enjoy the games. Have a good weekend. God bless.